Hi, this is Rebecca Jarrett-Dalton from Two Red Shoes Mortgage Brokers. A really simple question that we get asked a lot is, should I keep my existing home, put tenants in there, use it as an investment property, and then move into a new home for my family? And the thing that I really love about numbers is that it can make what would seem kind of a complex emotional decision really easy. You can bring it down to literally facts and figures and perhaps eliminate some of the options, or perhaps just make it make more sense and make a decision from there. So a couple of easy steps towards making this decision. Number one, you might be surprised that I say speak to your broker. The reason I say that though is because of course we've seen it before, and there's, like I say, a simple means for us to reduce this down to numbers, and perhaps we might even be able to eliminate an option for you. So what if when we ran the numbers for you, there was no chance of you being able to keep it? So for example, it just didn't fit the bank's calculators. Then we could eliminate an option, move it out of the way, and then you can make a decision to move forward. The next sort of step, shall we say, perhaps is to seek some more advice, but this time we're going to involve your accountant. So your mortgage broker has probably loaded you up with some questions if you are able to keep both properties. Questions around capital gains tax, for example. And another one we actually strike quite a lot is questions around taxing the rent that you receive. So it's a common misconception that you've paid off your home, you've got lots of equity in there. Quite simply, I can pull all my money out of that property and use that to buy my new place, and the whole thing is investment debt, right? That's a misconception, because in fact it's not. So the way that the ATO treats it is that each and every redraw that comes out of what is now your investment property is treated for its own purpose. And if you've used that money to go and buy your own home, it may not be deductible. Then what happens is you end up with a really big debt on your new place, of course, the full purchase price, that is not deductible. And you've got lots of equity in your investment property and a really small debt maybe that is deductible. And then if you've got no deductions, of course, the rent is subject to tax. So I'm not giving you tax advice here, okay? The only advice I am giving you here is to check with the experts, but that's a potential scenario. Step 3, if we come back to the broker, or perhaps we're still in broker land, we can actually put together what the numbers look like. So you're going to achieve this much rent, you're going to have mortgages that have this level of repayments. How does this feel? How does this monthly or fortnightly or weekly budgetary figure feel? Does it look okay? Does it look manageable? This is something that also can help you to really quickly eliminate what might not be possible and turn that complex emotional decision into, numbers on a paper. This much per week, yes or no? Is it possible for you? So it's quite easy to get caught up in these complex emotional decisions and try and keep the property for emotional reasons. But then step 4 is to actually look at, does it suit your goals and needs? So perhaps if buying the property, buying another home and keeping your old home means that you won't have much spare money in your budget, does that disallow you from being able to send your kids to the school that you wanted to send them to? Or if it doesn't, does it disallow you from buying the number of properties that you wanted to buy? Does it suit your goals, your longer term goals, or are you purely keeping it for emotional reasons? And in all of this, I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying go into it with your eyes open. It is quite successfully done for some people. We just need to know if that's going to work for you. So, complex emotional decision, or even a complex decision without emotions, reduced down to numbers, dollars and cents, and then you can make your sensible, educated decision and feel really good about moving forward with whatever you do.